Hey girl, you're listening to the Bright Life Podcast, all about ways to stay inspired, chase your dreams, and find more gratitude in the highs and lows of the journey. I'm your host, Jessica Johnson. I run a content marketing agency and travel the world as a digital nomad, just a suitcase, my hubby, and a trusty laptop in tow. I'm a self-growth junkie, a believer in other big-hearted women, and I'm all about sharing tips, tricks, lessons learned, and encouragement so we can all live our biggest, brightest lives. You ready? Let's do this. Hi, friend. Welcome to today's episode. This is so important. I know I always say that, but this one is really important. This is all about limiting beliefs and how to clear them out, replace them with beliefs that serve you so you can live the life of your dreams. Okay? Here's why this is so important. We may be wondering, what is a limiting belief? Why does it matter? So to me, a limiting belief is anything that makes you feel less than you are, makes you play small or feel small, holds you back, keeps you stuck, just makes you feel bad. We all have them, right? We all have those beliefs that come in, but we really want to make sure that we're catching them and we're replacing them with something that does empower you. Here's why this is so important. Beliefs lead to actions, which lead to results. Okay? Beliefs, actions, results. So if you have a belief that is a limiting belief that makes you feel bad about yourself, that makes you play small, it's going to cause you to take different actions than you would if you had a belief that empowered you and made you feel brilliant and strong and capable. And that is going to change the experience and result in your life, right? So, for example, if you have a limiting belief about being able to go out and get a job that you want, you might not even apply for that dream job, which means you, as a result, will not get that dream job, and you might stay in a job that you hate, that doesn't serve you for the rest of your life, and not even know what your life could have been with that dream job. If you have a limiting belief that love can't find you, then you might not go on that dating site, and you might not ever meet that love of your life who is out there just hoping that he's going to come across you on the dating site. Right? So the result of your life is you don't meet the love of your life, or maybe you meet him 10 years later when you could have met him so much sooner, or maybe you end up marrying someone else. The result of your life is completely different, all because that belief held you back from taking an action that could have led to a different result, right? If it's something else, maybe it's your health, right? And you don't believe that you are capable of getting healthy or sticking to any kind of health regimen, then maybe you never sign up for the gym, and so you stay in the same exact kind of body and state of health for the next 20 years when, if you believe in yourself, if you believe you can do this, if you find the right support, if you go at it with that kind of lens, you find your workout buddies, you get the cute athleisure wear that makes you love going to the gym, and your health gets better and your confidence grows. That leads to a whole different life, right? A whole different result. So conversely, if you have these good beliefs, if you have the belief that the person at the job is going to love you, then you apply and you walk into that interview with confidence and you get the job and you climb the ladder and you make a ton of money and you help a ton of people and your life is different. If you believe that you're a total catch and so you put that kind of energy onto your dating profile, then you get all these messages from people who pick up on that. You go on dates, you have a great time because of course they're going to love you, and you end up getting to choose the person that you want to fall in love with, right? You just have such a different life experience. If you, believe that you have this healthy body and that you can figure this out and you're capable, then you have a different ability to get healthy or a different feeling as you go through it, right? A feeling that's empowering versus defeating. So those are just a few examples in a few different areas, but the overarching thing here to pay attention to is that those little tiny beliefs, those little tiny thoughts in your head that you can't even see, do lead to concrete actions or non-actions, which do lead to different results and a different life in some cases. Okay? And so it's not to say that you should never have a negative belief or a limiting belief. We all have them. We all come up against them, especially if you are going after something that is new or intimidating or a bigger goal than you've ever set before. Like, we all run up against them. It's really just knowing what do you do with them and how do you turn them into something that is going to help you take the actions you want to take and get the results you want to get. Okay? So here's kind of the process that I use whenever I am coming up against something new in business. I did a lot of this with like money mindset when I was growing. And so this is what the process I use. And it's also a piece of the process that I think a lot of people miss, that I used to miss in the beginning, and that I really think kind of connects all the dots and makes sure that you're actually getting your brain on board to like believe this new belief versus just like having it feel like something that, okay, I'm telling myself a million affirmations, but it doesn't really go anywhere. All right. So here's the process. Choose like that one area of your life that feels just like a little off. You feel like you're not getting anywhere. You feel like you're stuck. You feel like you have some negative beliefs in, and write out a list of like stream of consciousness, like all the beliefs you have about yourself or your abilities in that area. Okay, like that's step one. Just write it out. There doesn't have to be a specific number, but just anything you can think of, make that list. Then go in, step two, and highlight or circle or underline any negative limiting beliefs. Okay, that's step two. Easy enough, right? So make your list, highlight any of those suckers that you want to get rid of. Then focus on one of them. So we're going to keep it simple. You don't have to go change all of them overnight, but just choose one that kind of stands out to you like, that's not really doing me any favors. I want to play with that one. And then I want you to reframe it to something that does empower you. Okay, so for example, if you have a limiting belief like I can't do this, maybe your reframe is I've done many hard things and this is another one I'll figure out. That feels a lot better, right? That's a lot more empowering. It makes you believe that you're in control and you can do this. If one of your limiting beliefs was I wish my body was different, maybe your reframe is my body is strong and healthy and beautiful in its own way. If your limiting belief was I'm bad at this, maybe your reframe is I am learning every day. I am getting better every day. If your limiting belief is I'll never find love, maybe you reframe that to I have so much love in so many ways in my life. Or I am so lovable, right? Like choose that new belief that does feel good. And it's okay if it feels like a stretch or you're like, yeah, okay, that would be nice. Because I'm going to show you how to get your brain believing it. Here's the thing about beliefs. Beliefs are not necessarily true. They're just what your brain has found the most evidence for. So, for example, if you have a belief about your body, could be good, could be bad, doesn't mean it's true. It just means that over the years, your brain has collected evidence in favor of one side, and that's why you believe it so strongly. So if you don't like the way you look in a swimsuit, every single time it's April and you're trying on swimsuits, your brain is going to look at that unflattering light in the dressing room and be like, I knew it. I don't look good in these. And that's another little piece of evidence that your brain adds onto the pile to adopt that belief. If you feel like you always get nervous on stage, then your brain, the next time you're about to do any public speaking, is going to think back to kindergarten and first grade and high school and college and any time that you have spoken before to reaffirm that belief that you get nervous on stage and you always get flustered. Right? Like your brain is collecting all that evidence, and eventually your brain stops even looking for evidence to the contrary. It stops even looking at the other potential belief because it's collected so much evidence in favor of one of them, of one side. And so what I want you to do is take that reframe that you've given to your limiting belief and go make another list and start listing out all the reasons why that is actually true, why that's so true. So for example, if your belief was, I can't do this, and you reframed it to, I've done many hard things, and this is another one I'll figure out, then go and list 50 reasons why that's true. 50 things you've done that were hard, that you figured out, that you didn't realize that you could do, and you did it. 50 reasons where people counted on you and you came through. 50 reasons why you were tired and you still made it to the appointment or the interview, or you still helped your friend when you needed to. Like, go collect evidence in favor of this new belief, because that's going to give you the juice. Like, your brain is going to start saying, wow, like that is kind of true about me. And it's almost going to weaken that other limiting belief that 10 minutes ago felt really, really true and powerful, right? It's kind of like hacking away at the table legs when it's like, actually, like there's a lot of evidence over here that I can do this and that I do hard things. And of course, I'm going to figure this out, right? If it was, I'm so bad at this, and you reframed it to, I'm getting better every day, I'm learning every day, go stack 50 pieces of evidence for why that's true. All the things that you learned how to do, anything in your life, like it can be big, it can be small, just get a lot of them out there, right? And the reason I say 50 things is because I know that at first your brain is going to go, oh, I have like 3 things that I can think of. So you really want to stretch, because of course your brain hasn't collected very much evidence for this new belief. That's why you even have the limiting one to begin with. You really want to push yourself to think of every little tiny way that this new supportive belief is true. And so, yes, you will have to stretch. Like, you will have to kind of look at the paper and think about it for a second. And you will feel like a little tired afterwards. But this is the way that you really start rewiring your brain and building this evidence for this new belief that's going to empower you to take new action and to get new results and potentially a whole new life from it, right? So if the last example, I'll never find love, and you reframed it to, I am so lovable, go find your 50 reasons why you are so lovable. List every little thing you love about yourself, any compliment anyone ever gave you, anything your mom tells you about yourself. Go and list all those things, because that is going to strengthen that belief that, yes, actually you are lovable. Actually, you are a total babe. Actually, you look amazing in those jeans or that swimsuit or whatever, right? And that's how you start to unravel the limiting beliefs and strengthen the new ones. Okay? So that part I love. That part is so key, because what I used to do, and what I think a lot of people do, is you write this affirmation or this new belief and you put it on a sticky note or as a reminder on your phone, and you repeat it to yourself every day. But you just kind of are you don't really believe it yet, your brain is kind of calling your bluff, and you might say that new belief, but then the second later, you're like, well, that's not really true, And so this really helps you get past that hump and actually start to believe and get on board and collect new evidence going forward to support this new belief. So now the next time that you're, out at the supermarket and someone talks to you or a stranger says hi, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, why would anyone talk to me? You're going to be like, oh yeah, look, they someone just said hello. Of course they did, because people would love to talk to me, right? So you start actually moving forward in this new belief and this new state where you're looking for positive evidence instead of negative evidence. I love this stuff. This is so life-changing. Again, because it's literally just taking all these little beliefs that could be holding you back and might not feel like so strong or powerful, but really are causing you to play smaller, are causing you to doubt yourself, are causing you to not go for what you want to go for in your one life. And you're turning them into things that make you feel like a total badass and make you feel capable. And it's so subtle, but it's so effective, and it makes such a difference, again, on the actions you take and the results that you get. Is that cool? I think this stuff is so cool. So I hope this is really helpful to you. Message me on social media and tell me if you want one of your beliefs. If you get stumped on what you want to reframe, or if this really did give you a new way of thinking about it, I'd love to hear. And so I can't wait to uncover what this next new belief leads to in your life. So thank you for listening, and I hope this is really helpful to you. Thank you so much for listening in. If you loved this episode, it would mean so much to me if you share it on Instagram stories and tag me so I can personally thank you for helping get the message out. I am so grateful to be on this journey with you. Until next time, talk to you soon.